Hey everybody, I'm Tom Vasel. Welcome to Lookback, a video series that we do almost every week, talking about all the different videos. We put out a ton of videos on our channel, and so you don't probably have time to watch them all. So you can watch this one, learn a little bit about each of the videos, and then if you want to see more, click the links in the description below. Here we go.
Hey everybody, Garcia here. So last week I did a comparison video between Last Bastion and Ghost Stories. Last Bastion is kind of a reprint of the game. I did a review of Last Bastion week before that. So check that out if you want to see a little bit more in-depth some of the differences and similarities between the two games. And then I reviewed a couple of games. I reviewed Town Builder Coevorden. I rate this a 7 out of 10. It's a small little city building game in which you are gathering cards to use as a foundation for a building, tucking cards underneath that as the resources needed, and then ultimately building those things, getting victory points. It's very straightforward. It's a nice design and it's well produced, but the replayability is really low. The game gets samey very quickly, which is why I rate it where I do. And then I reviewed Arkham Horror Final Hour, the latest game in the Arkham Horror Files universe from Fantasy Flight Games. And I rate this a 5 out of 10. It was definitely a disappointment for me. I was hoping for a really engaging cooperative game in the using this setting, and what it ended up being was just a short one. You know, they trumpeted the idea of this being a 1 hour Arkham game, and it is. It's also devoid of a lot of meaningful choices. The game feels like your choices and your motivations, your decisions in the game are just as random as the stuff that the game then turns around and does to you to throw you off balance. And I found that to just not be a very satisfactory feeling. So, there you go. And that's it for me. I will see you on the next one.
Hey folks, welcome back to another week in review. This week, I was part of 4 videos this week. So the first one was a review for a game called Adventure Island. This is put out by Pegasus Spiel, and it is kind of like a kid's version, that's at least the way I think of it, of Robinson Crusoe or something like that. As such, I wasn't so enamored with it. While I like Robinson Crusoe, I didn't really want a kid's version of it, and that's pretty much what this is. It wasn't bad. I gave it a 6 out of 10, but again, I wasn't real enamored with it either. Also did, on the other hand, a review for a game called Bees: The Secret Kingdom. This is being put out by Van Ryder Games and Awakening Realms? Light. Anyways, yes, you get it. This one is a very light filler game. Takes about 30 minutes to play, but it is really cool, has beautiful artwork in it, and I gave this one a 9 out of 10 because for a filler game, this is exactly what I'm looking for. It pops on the table, it plays very easily, has some pretty cool decisions that you have to make in it. You know, not deep, but engaging decisions that you have to make throughout the course of the game. So I really enjoyed it. Check out the review for more details there. Tom, Roy, and I did our final review for Clank Legacy Acquisitions Incorporated on a Miami Dice video, so you can check that one out as well. I gave it 1 thumb up, so there's that as somewhat of a precursor, but check out the review for more details. And then I also did a first impressions video this week for 2 games, Wayfinders from Panda Source Games and Paris New Eden, and I don't know who put out that one, but enjoyed both of them. Check out the first impressions though, you'll see what I mean. Thanks for joining us. We'll certainly appreciate it. Let's get back to the rest of your review.
Okay, I did not review as many games as I normally do over the past week, but I reviewed some pretty big ones. So we'll start with KeyForge. I took a look at the new set for KeyForge, Worlds Collide. It was not really a review, just kind of an overlook at the game. I like KeyForge. This stuff looks cool. Then I took a look at Marvel Heroes, the new living card game, and did it with Roy. We both took a look at this new game and a cooperative game. I like it. I think it's an interesting style game. I mean, more is coming, but just the base game itself was a pretty good experience. Then Paris New Eden, this game from Matago, where you're drafting dice and actions and building up a little paradise, I guess after some major apocalypse has happened to Paris. It's cute, it has strong component quality, and the gameplay itself is simple and offers a lot of choice. Then Trismegistus. I can never pronounce these games. This one is a big, giant, grandiose Euro-style game from Board and Dice, and there's a lot going on. An Alchemist game, but it is solid. There's a lot of great options. It's a deep game. It's one you're going to need to play multiple times to figure out what's going on in it, but everything does come together with a pretty strong theme, which slightly detracts from the game sometimes, but for the most part, I enjoyed. And finally, Tainted Grail. Really like this one. In fact, it's one of those games that the more I played it, the more I liked it. It's hard. It's not perfect. There's a few flaws, I think, in some of it. There's a little luck, too much luck, I think, in parts of it. But overall, an amazing story experience. I mean, and just tons of content. I'm looking forward to seeing where the story leads as I continue on down this journey. Tend to like this game best by myself or with two people. That's what I took a look at this past week. Folks, thanks so much for watching Week in Review. I'm Tom Vasel. We'll see y'all later.